Ooh, what's going on YouTube? Broken Place for Days here. Got a deck profile for you guys today on a new deck that I made. I was talking about it in a previous video that I made. It's a really fun deck. It's been out for a little while now, but I feel that with the release of a new card, it definitely got more competitive. And that deck is Fire Kings. Fire Kings or Hazy Kings, as you know, whatever you want to call them, because I do play Hazy Flames. This deck got a lot better with the release of Blaster, because one of the big problems that this deck had was that you draw the Garunixes, and you had no real way to get them out of your hand aside from like Periton, the Hazy Flame that you have to like pitch, the Rescue Rabbit one. That was like pretty much the only way you could get it out of your hand, or you would run like Regeki Break or like Phoenix Wind Blast or something like that. But like right now, those aren't really good cards to use, and Blaster just, oh my god, it helps this deck so much. I'm gonna go over some of like the basic combos of the deck. Some card choices. I play some odd cards, but it works fantastically. I've been playing it on Dueling Network for a good while now. Haven't actually played it in tournament yet because I actually just got the cards, but I will be playing it in tournament this Saturday. Or, yeah, probably this Saturday. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. It's an awesome deck. I really like how it runs, and hopefully you guys like it as well. So, first off, I'm playing two Garunix. Even though you do have the Blaster and Burner to get it out of your hand, you don't need any more than two. The third one is just dead, and right now with like the top decks, you honestly want to like lower... you have to increase the consistency of your decks as much as you can to keep up with the big decks out there. So, still only playing two because it's all you really need. I'm playing Triple Barong. The first build that I had of this deck, because I have used this deck before just without the blasters. I played 3 as well. I'd never considered playing anything less than 3. 3 works really well, gets your searches off. So yeah, that's why I play 3 of those. I'm playing Triple Cerberus. Again, I was playing 3 of these before. Just works really well. If you have the pillar, the Hazy Pillar, it's a 2k beater. If you don't, you can just normal summon it, it's 1,000. And whenever it's destroyed by any means, you get to search. Only playing 2 Sphinx. I believe I was only playing 2 Sphinx before as well. Good card. It's just really bad when you don't have the pillar. But its effect is really good. You send the top card or your deck to the grave. If you call it right, or you call monster spell a trap card, then you mill a card. And if you call it right, you special a fire monster from your graveyard or your hand. So he's really good. Only playing 2 Griffin now. I believe in the previous build that I had, I played 3 of it. But what I found is that it's still a really good card, but early game, if you have to go for an Ixie that's other than fire, I don't want to have 3 of these dead in my deck, because as soon as I get a monster on my field or in my graveyard that's not fire, then this dies, basically. So only playing 2 now. 2 works, actually, it works a lot better. So yeah, it's at 2 now, but it's still a really good card. And then I'm only playing 1 Periton, the Rescue Rabbit, because now you have other ways to get rid of the Garunixes that are in your hand. Regardless, it's still a really good card. It's just with this build now, you only need 1. Of course, the monster that makes this deck playable is Blaster. I know in a previous like rant video that I had is, I talked about how, I was getting annoyed that people were putting the dragons in like every deck they had, but now I see why. Like at first I thought they were just doing it because they were like up on, Dragon Rulers, the whole bandwagon thing, but now I see why, and I actually see the reasons why they were putting them in there, because the Dragon Rulers actually do help some archetypes, as, like this one, because, okay, Blaster, if you have the Blaster in your hand, you can pitch another fire, which you run a ton of, to destroy any card in the field, which is really good. So let's say you can just pop your opponent's back row, pop their monster, or if you have a Garunix already on the field, you can pop your own Garunix with your Blaster and then get its effect to come back during the next standby. It's a free 28 beater. So after Garunix nukes the field, you just remove 2 special discs, hit them for 27 and 28, which is a big chunk of their life points. And then Dragon Ruler and Prophecy don't play much back row aside from Prophecy. Some builds playing Threatening Roar, which kind of sucks. But aside from that, just Blaster works wonders for this deck. It has a lot of synergy, and just I love it in here. And then the 2 burners to get out the Blaster, and then also helps pitch the Garunixes out of your hand. I wouldn't play this at anything more than 2 just because it can get a little inconsistent if you don't have the fires in your hand to pitch, but aside from that, it's a really good card. Just as added fire support, I'm playing 3 Fire Dog because it gets out the Barong and it gets out the Cerberus. It also gets out one of the baby dragons, but I don't know why you would want to do that. But yeah, just added fire support. You can pitch it for Blaster. If it's not doing anything for you, you can pitch it for the burner. I do play lances in this deck, so you know if you are able to attack over stuff, you know it's really good. And then I'm teching in 1 Flame Veil Guard. The reason for this is because it's searchable through Blaster. So if you remove a Blaster to like special another one, you get to search this. It's a 1-star Dragon Tuner. 2k defense if it's just that in your hand. Again, if it's dead, you can set it 2k defense, or you can just pitch it out of your hand with Burner or Blaster. Or Periton, the one of that you play. But the reason for this is because it helps you go into like synchros that really get you out of like some bad situations. You can go into, I believe, Catastor, Black Rose, and pretty much any level 8 synchro, because you go like Fire Dog, whatever, or you can like Rekindling. Like the deck has potential to go into Mistworm with this if you really wanted to. As I just said, Catastor, Black Rose, any Crimson Blader in specific, because it hurts a lot of decks this format. So just a really good attack card. It works for me really well. If you decide to play the deck, you can try it out. Like I said, it works really well for me. It might not work for you, but it's a one of, and you know, it really never gets in the way. Those are all the monsters. I don't know exactly how many it is, but it's quite a bit of them. Getting on to the spells, playing 3 Circle, the Fire King. This card is also really good. I mean, it was really good before. You destroy a fire monster you control. Special one from your grave. You can activate it during the battle phase to go for more damage. Just around a really good card. Only playing 2 Onslaught. Although this is a really good card, it can also be really dead once you have a Garunix already like on the field and coming back during the standby phases. I don't like drawing these when like I just said, when I already have a monster on the field, because it seriously does nothing for you. You only need to get the Garunix thing off once, really, for the cycle to start. So anything more than 2 of this I don't like, but at 2 it's really good. Playing 2 of the Hazy Pillar. 1 isn't enough, 3 is too many, 2 is perfect in this deck. Only playing 2 Rekindling. The reason for 2 Rekindling is because early on it can be a really dead card, and like I said, you have to go for consistency this format to keep up with the bigger decks. And then you're also removing for Blaster. So although you do try to remove the monsters in your graveyard that aren't Rekindling targets first, sometimes you do have to remove the ones that are Rekindling targets. So although this is still a really good card, it works a lot better at 2 than at 3. Staples is 1 Dark Hole. Dark Hole really isn't that good right now, but in this deck you plus off of it. You can seriously nuke your own field and just plus off of it, because you get your Garunix back, you search with Cerberus, you search with Barong, so that's why I play it. 1 Heavy because it's heavy, 1 Reborn because it's reborn. I played 1 Book of Moon. Not the best card right now. I mean, it's still decent, but I mean, it helps with Fire Dog. And then I don't want to play too many traps, because then it kind of lowers the consistency of Sphinx when you mill for its effect. So, Book of Moon. Playing 1 Sacred Sword of 7 stars. I believe that's what it's called. Of 7 stars, yeah. Added draw power. You get to search. I mean, why not? It's almost never dead. So, just the one of. Again, anything more than that would be pretty bad. And then 2 Lance to save your Garunix, attack over stuff. Just around a really good card. That's all the spells. I do play 2 traps. Although I'd prefer to not play any traps in this deck for the consistency of Sphinx. I kind of feel like I have to play the Torrential Tributes just because you plus off of it so much in this deck. It's just necessary no matter what. So yeah, 2 Torrentials, those are all the traps that I played, just 2. And that is the entire deck. It is 40 cards. I am gonna show you the extra deck this time. Although oddly enough, I'm missing pretty much like the best card in the extra deck, and it's also the cheapest, which is the Hazy Flame Basil Trice, I believe. I just can't find any at the moment, but my friend has some, so I'll be getting them from him tomorrow. But yeah, I'll tell you what 2 cards, because I only played 2 in the extra deck, so I'll tell you what cards in the extra deck I take out for the 2 Basil Trice. So right now I'm playing 2 Bouncer because you go for 6s all day. Swordbreaker, Gauntlet Launcher, which I believe is a really good card because his effect is not once per turn, so you can pop 2 monsters on the field. Pretty broken. Beetle because it takes stuff. Force Focus, it's honestly not that great right now, it's just a filler. I would definitely be taking this out for Basil Trice once I get them. Again, I'll be getting them tomorrow, so don't worry about that. And then Gaia, obviously, because you play like all 6s. Then for the 4s, I play Maestro, Shockmaster, because Rekindling is a card, so you can Rekindling a Fire Dog and like 2 Barong and just go for a Shockmaster and try and go for game. Cowboy, because it lets you go for game. Tiger King, odd card in Max Show, but I do really like it because 2 Barongs makes this card with Rekindling. Like if you rekindle 2 Barong, you can go for this. I mean, don't get to set anything, but you can still use the Skill Drain effect, which gets you out of some tight situations sometimes. And then 1 Zen mains because you do play the 2 Burners, which are level 3s, and they are rekindling targets, and I feel that Zen mains is pretty much the best option in the extra deck for 3. And then the 3 Synchros that I play is 1 Catastor, 1 Black Rose, and 1 Crimson Blader. I believe this is pretty much the best 8 right now. This is the best 7, generic 7, and this is the best generic 5. Keep in mind that these are both fire, so if they go to your grave, they don't conflict. With Griffin. So that's pretty good about these. So yeah, I'd be taking out the Force Focus for a Basil Trice, and I would also be taking out most likely a Strike Bouncer for the 2nd Basil Trice. Just for your guys' reference, if you're trying to make the deck. So yeah, that's pretty much the entire deck. Hope you guys like it. Definitely give it a try. It's really good. I feel it has much more of a competitive aspect to it now with Blaster and stuff. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked it, please like it so I can know that you did like my build and you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe if you haven't. Thanks again for watching, and until next time guys, keep it broken.